All right, this is Lane with Ripped Body Today. And today is a special day because today is my grandmother's 102 birthday. How does it feel to be 102?
How does it?
How does it feel?
Oh, I thought it was going to feel so different, but it feels much the same as yesterday.
So you look great.
Thank you. Very kind of you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just curious how many guys are trying to pick you up and knock on your door.
I can't count them, and I've quit answering my door.
Good for you, because you can't trust men. So you're much better. But so I think the awesome thing about my grandmother is that she really took care of her health. So tell me some secrets that you did to live to 102. Because trust me, most people don't live past 75. So how did you live to 102?
I think it was a miracle, but actually I was aware of trying to take good care of your health when I was younger. In school, especially, I took a class that made me feel all the more in that area. I think more about that area. And I didn't want to be in a situation where I couldn't wear my clothes and had to buy new ones all the time.
See, that's good. See, so being thin, taking care of your body, saved you money, so you didn't have to buy all those new clothes.
Well, that helps. Of course, ladies always want to buy new clothes, but
That's true, because I remember you always going clothes shopping. I remember you always having a lot of money in your purse.
Oh,
You did.
no.
You did.
Don't
You had
listen
stacks
to
of
him.
20s. I'm not kidding. I remember that.
Lots of pennies. Huh?
So what did you mainly drink? Was it juice or water, or what was your main?
I mostly drank milk,
Milk?
because I loved milk, and I guess that sounds like a childish thing, but I always loved milk, especially if it was cold.
All right.
But I didn't like pop, but I didn't have it a lot.
So what about you didn't eat very much meat though, right?
Not a lot of meat.
So it's mainly fruits and vegetables?
Mostly fruits and vegetables. I love raw fruit, all kinds.
So did you eat raw fruit at every meal or just once a day?
Not every meal, but just whenever it was available. In the summertime, we had lots of it, and I just didn't eat a lot of, pie and cake and that sort of thing.
You didn't.
I don't. I
Yeah.
never did.
See, that's because it's high in sugar, and sugar actually ages you. So you ate little sugar.
Little sugar.
See, I think that was the number one key is no sugar. I think that's number. But so now, as far as on exercise, what was your key for exercise?
I don't know if I was different than most young girls my age, but I started exercising because I think I heard about it on the radio or something like that, and so I started doing it, and I've always done some exercise. I don't do it so much anymore, but I always did. I had an exercise program that I did every day.
See, exercise takes you to a 102. Now, I remember a few years ago I was teaching you to take Campbell's soup cans and using that for your arm curls and doing the weights.
Oh.
So, and I think the other thing that you always had a lot of gratitude, right? So I think when you went to bed at night, didn't you always thank God for your grandkids?
Do what?
I think you always did gratitude at night in your prayers.
Absolutely.
And you always thank God about Lane, since I was your favorite.
Well, you were one of my favorites. That's no kidding.
All right. But so tell me, because I think being grateful for things makes you live long, right? Being happy and grateful. I think that's a key to happiness and longevity.
I think there's much truth in that. I think when you are grateful, you feel peaceful, and I think that helps.
So I think the other question is that your mind is amazing and you can still remember poems from high school. Share with us a poem.
You better give me a half hour.
You're good. Okay. Any poem you want to do.
Oh my heavens! Little birdie in a tree, sing a song to me.
Oh, you can do better than that.
Oh, let's see. The woman was old and ragged and gray, and bent with the chill of the winter's day. And the streets were wet with recent snow, and the woman's feet were aged and slow. She stood at a crossing and waited long, alone and uncared for, amidst a throng of human beings who passed her by, nor heeded a glance at her anxious eye. Then down the street, with laughter and shout, glad of the freedom of school let out, came the boys, like a flock of sheep, hailing the snow piled white and deep. Past the woman so old and gray hastened the children on their way, nor offered a helping hand to her, so weak, so timid, afraid to stir lest the horse's feet or the carriage wheels should grind her down in the slippery street. Then back again, see past the woman's old. Well, the young boy, did I say this? The young boy went out and helped the woman across the street. And then back again to his friends he went, his young heart happy and well content. She's somebody's mother, boys, you know, for all she's old and ragged and slow. And I hope some fellow will lend a hand to help my mother. You understand? If ever she's old and ragged and gray, and her own dear boy is far away, and somebody's mother bent low her head in her home that night, and the prayer she said was, God, be kind to that noble boy. He's somebody's son, and pride and joy.
See, is that freaking like most people can't even memorize like I don't know,
Well,
like a little short, little quote, and you just did like how many words was that for a poem at 102? I think that's pretty amazing. And she still is beautiful. See, look how beautiful she still looks. See, and that's probably a nice shirt you went shopping, and I think that's the other secret to success is women have to shop. Like I think that's in the DNA, and I think the more a woman shops, the longer they live. I think that's another longevity secret, right?
the more kids she has, the more she has to shop.
See, that's the key. All right, so thank you. This is my grandmother. Awesome. She looks great. She's gonna live to 110. And those are some of the secrets to longevity. Get to 102. But I think the most important thing is to have happiness, which you always were happy. You never stressed. Well, you hid your stress.
I don't know. I can't answer that one.
Well, what's the most crazy event you remember? Like in the history of 102 years?
The most crazy what?
Event, like what would it be?
Oh, you should have
Kennedy
given me a little.
assassination, or like what would be like a major walking on the moon?
You should have given me a little time for that.
I know, this is like spur of the moment.
Uh, the things that I worry most about, beside my kids, and they didn't really cause me a lot of worry, but mothers always do that. I think were the wars.
Yeah.
When we heard of wars creeping closer to the United States, I always worried about that.
Yeah. Well, but you were in great shape, so you would have taken some of them out if they ever would have come. So, all right, this is Lane with Rip Body Today, 102, pretty awesome.